ran an extended amount of time and running 80-some plays. You can see we were winded. We certainly weren't in any kind of game shape, and that's what we need to continue to stress and continue to play well when we're tired.
One thing you guys mentioned was using the spring break to evaluate those first 4 practices. What did you guys learn over that week, looking back at the video of watching your guys, practice?
Well, I think we learned that we need to slow down the installation and just make sure we focus on the fundamentals as far as what our expectations as a defensive staff are. Being able to aggressively chase the ball, attitude, effort, and those are things. So we didn't worry as much about scheme as we are just about getting the kids in condition to know what our expectations are defensively.
Have you come to the conclusion, though, that the personnel fits some 3-4, that you guys are going to be able to run it and it makes sense with the group of guys that you have?
I think so. We certainly we ran some even front as well. So we're trying to be a little bit multiple, but again, we had to kind of slow down the install and just get our guys really chasing the ball and being better technique players.
What do you think the alignment can do for the linebacking core? How do you think it can help those guys, and how do you think that group particularly fits?
Well, I think there's some guys, Nick Mangieri, Flo Harden, David Cooper, TJ. Those guys have been able to go out there. Marcus Oliver. We've got some good young linebackers that have, at times really showed some talent, and I think this scheme will help them quite a bit.
How so? What does it do for them?
Well, I think our ability to move up front caused a little bit of confusion with the line, and at times, they'll take up 2 blockers at times and let the linebackers run free.
You saw Newton get a pick 6 today in the flat where maybe he didn't get read,
Absolutely. We that was particular coverage where we dropped 8. I think the odd front gives you that multiplicity where you can rush 5, rush 6, or drop 8. And then that particular play, we had Clyde buzz the flat, and Nate's pretty salty quarterback, and he made a nice pick and a good return.
Do you feel like you got guys that fit kind of all of those 4 spots? You obviously have some defensive ends you can push back. You have some other guys that were, former safeties, running backs, and guys like Clyde and Flo on the other sort of the bandit side. I mean, do you feel like you've got something that fits every spot that you need there?
Well, I think initially the question was how Mangieri and Shaw and some David Kenny and some of those guys would be able to stand up.
Right.
Been pretty impressed with the way they've so far. Nick's a 260-pound outside linebacker, and so certainly the other day at the pro day,